Well, hi there, everybody. Just thought I'd come out and do kind of a special episode of the Save the Stang here. It is so hard for me to believe that it's been basically a year and a week since I first started working on this car. It had sat in my dad's garage for, what I figure, 22 or more years. Unrunning, uncranked, and nothing. And a year ago, a little over a year and a week ago, I started working. And so I think it took 3 weekends before I was able to actually get her cranked. So I'm hitting the middle point when I started and when I actually got her cranked for the first time. So I'm pretty excited about this milestone. So I thought we'd put together a little montage of where we've been and how far we've come. I know a lot of y'all may have been following the channel or watched my videos, so hopefully you'll enjoy this as much as I do. We still got a lot of work to do on the car, but let's go ahead and take a look at where we started and where we are today. So as you see, we've really come a long way on the car. We've gotten a lot of work done. We still have a lot more to do. So a couple of things that we still have left. So in my little stack of parts in the last video, you saw that I had the wire harness. This is pretty much a complete kit for the entire car. So we're going to be rewiring the entire car. Got a new antenna when I get a working radio in there. When I first got it cranked, if you remember those old videos, the radio worked. Then one day it just quit. Let's see what else we got. Still got to do the differential fluid, so I got to take care of that. Of course, with rewiring, got a new alternator to put on. Have some new U-joints for the drive shaft that need to get put on. Got some weather stripping for the doors to put on. That's a bump stop. I probably don't need to. Got a new pitman arm for when I eventually get around to replacing the steering on there. So we got those. Still have a small transmission leak that I'm trying to track down, and it's probably just an old seal in there, and I need to break down and do all the seals in the car and all that kind of thing. But let's go in and on her almost 1 year anniversary from the time she first cranked, let's see if we can get her to fire off again and see how that goes. Here, find the key. Whoops, focus in. Where's the key go? Trying to look at the camera, still looking at putting the key. There we go. Key's in. Pump the gas. Let's see, she's gonna fire. There we go. Fire it up. Oil pressure's coming up. Remember, she's got a new oil pump. I still have an oil pressure sensor to put in, but I haven't got that done yet. So you can tell by temperature, yes, she's been running some. So there we go. We got her fired up and running. Sounds good. She runs a little rough when you first start her, as she's cold. Part of that's I still don't have the choke working, I think, and I need to get the timing dialed in on her. I don't think the timing's perfect. But I'm thinking we might try to go for a drive around the neighborhood at least. See how that goes. Okay, we're in. Safety first. We put on our seat belts. These wonderful lap belts. Original. I'll make sure the brakes are good. Here, and here we go backing down the driveway and see how we do. I love non-power steering. And up the street we go, 1 year almost to the day. Here's something, I'm not sure what that is. Thumping noise, I hadn't heard that one before. I'm gonna figure that one out. See the wife back from her jaunt. Not sure what that thumping noise is. social distancing while working in the yard. Whoops, we fell over. Right it back. Here, whoops. Not sure what's going on. Well guys, sorry the camera fell over and quit recording, so you didn't get the final part of me getting to pull in the driveway and all that, but we did. Again, I was hearing a little thumping noise I hadn't heard. Sounded like it was back rear, so I'm not sure what that is. I have to get up and see what might be rubbing or bumping under there, or something. Anyway, we'll get under there and figure out what it is. But again, she drove. You know, a year ago, we couldn't have said that. So I'm very excited. Do appreciate everybody watching the videos. Those that have subscribed to the channel, we appreciate the support. Still got a long way to go on the little girl. Mention the rewiring. One thing I didn't mention is the floorboard. As you can see from the following pictures that I'll insert now. So as you can see from those photos, that the driver's side floor pan is rusted through pretty bad. Actually, when I was running the new fuel line the other week, or this week, past week, anyway, whenever that was, I noticed there's some small rust pinholes heading up along the transmission tunnel. Not too far up, it's still close down to the floor pan level. So we're gonna have to figure out how to fix those. Now, what that leads me to is I have gotten my eyes on a welder. Now, I've never welded anything before in my life. The closest I ever came was when I was in the Navy and I stood fire watch for welders while we were in the shipyards. So there is a welder that has gotten some pretty good reviews on YouTube and elsewhere. That's supposed to be pretty good for beginners and whatnot. That if I can get, wife has given tentative approval, but we got to get through all this COVID, not working stuff. She has been working from home, but we don't know how long that's going to last. But once everything stabilized from there, she's pretty much approved me getting that welder. So then I may try to replace the floor pan myself. I already have the floor pan itself. You can see it there. Got it from CJ Pony Parts. So it should be enough. Hopefully I won't need more, but we will see. So again, thanks everybody. We appreciate your support. Please, again, as I said, make sure to subscribe, hit notifications if you want to know when I post new videos. I do have that GoFundMe page to help. So if you wanted to help me get the welder, I could do videos on it. Or just help buy parts, because there's still a lot of parts and stuff that I need to get for the car going forward. So with that, we appreciate it, and we'll see you in the next video. Got her running. She's purring pretty good. She might be missing a cylinder or something in there, but she's running. I'm not hearing any rod noise, and we got engine pressure. I checked the gauges, so we're doing good there. We got a new fuel filter. So there she is after over 18 years. I think it's closer to 20. She's just running. You just can't kill these old inline sixes. They're just damn good motors. A lot of good low end torque on them. But God, I just love to hear that. Okay, well now to go put in a new gas tank. We got that done.